subscribe, or bear the hatred of the Uchiha. Wake up to reality.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Sho back with another video, and today we are talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, the one and only Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the hottest anime right now. It's one of the hottest manga right now, but has it fallen off? Let's be honest. All right, so we're not gonna get into like major spoilers about what happened. We kind of have to spoil a little bit because in the deeper part of this video, we're gonna have to talk about like characters that show up, characters that are not there no more. You know what I'm saying? We basically have to get into all of that. So I'll give you guys a quick spoiler warning before that happens. Now, first of all right, let me say this. I like JJK. I really do. I think JJK is a really good anime. I mean, I think the animation is great. I don't think it carries the anime. Like a lot of people saying Demon Slayer is carried by animation. I think the story is pretty good. I don't think it's anything like mind-blowing, but I think it's good enough to represent the future of shonen anime. Now, I will say this. The anime season 2 that came out was fantastic. I thought it was amazing. I think it won a lot of awards at the Crunchyroll Awards. It was a really good anime season. Separated into like the two different parts. You know what I'm saying? We had the Shibuya and then the hidden inventory arc. I really like the way season 2 was done. I like the way season 1 was done. I think season 1 was a great introduction to the series. I think it really put people on notice of what Jujutsu Kaisen is all about. The only reason I don't necessarily have an issue, but the only thing I really want to discuss here is the manga right now. Just simply because the manga right now is, from what I've heard, it's in the final stages. Like it's almost done, like it's about to be done. They're in like the final couple of fights, and that's not really surprising with a lot of newer shonen, because a lot of newer shonen are ending a lot faster. Same with the anime for a lot of newer shonen. Like My Hero is probably the newest shonen that has gotten like the most seasons. They're getting a season 7. I don't think I've seen a season 7 for an anime in a long time. At least like a long running shonen anime. Like it's legit been a minute. I think maybe the newest one to me might have been like Manga, and that was years ago. Probably Black Clover. They didn't have 7 seasons, but they had a couple of good 50 something episodes, 50 plus episodes. But long story short, man, I'm talking about anime. They don't run as long as they used to. They just don't. It is what it is. People don't really draw anime that long. Because if we're being honest, it's harder to keep up a level of consistency when you got an anime that's running really long. You keep trying to make the story extend too much, you may come into issues where you've forgotten stuff that you've written before or drawn before. So I definitely understand the need to kind of make anime shorter than they were back in the day. But I will say this, I think Jujutsu Kaisen is doing right, you know. I now want to get into the spoiler half of the video only because I'm trying to beat around the bush a little bit. We need to talk about slight spoilers, so it's not going to be nothing too crazy. But just assume that it's going to be something you haven't heard. If you're not tapped in with the manga, it's going to be something that will spoil you. With that out the way, spoiler warning fully out the way. The story of Gojo versus Sukuna and Sukuna versus Gojo students, friends, slight acquaintances, and pretty much anybody that decides to pop up at this time. I think this is an interesting part in the manga right now. We have this big bad, and I have my own issues with the Itadori character. Watching the anime, watching season 2, and watching season 1, I think season 2 really improved my outlook on Itadori as a main character. I even had a video about how Itadori just doesn't seem like the main character. This video was made towards the beginning of the hidden inventory arc. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at it in a special type of way. You know, it's biased, but mind you, I had already read the manga at that point, so I've seen the Shibuya arc through Itadori's eyes before. I have my own issues with Itadori as a main character. I've said it before. I've stated in many different videos. I think that Gojo just stole too much light from him. I think now in this specific battle, it just feels weird because we know that Sukuna has to be Itadori's enemy. It just doesn't seem like Itadori would be that powerful enough to fight somebody like Sukuna. To me, it feels like part 1 Naruto fighting the Naruto Fox. And I know this is a very bad comparison because the Naruto Fox eventually got friendly with Naruto. But when Naruto had to fight him, and he had to learn how to pull the Fox's energy out and rely on the Fox's energy. Think about like part 1 Naruto. Like somebody's kind of still learning. He has Shadow Clone Jutsu and he has a couple of techniques, but he's not experienced in the game. Him fighting Kurama to take control of Kurama at that time, he would have got killed. That's just me personally. And obviously, there's a lot of different factors. Sukuna being weakened by Gojo and being very tired and stuff. There's a lot of different factors that they're trying to basically make Itadori win this fight I think right now Jujutsu Kaisen is getting into that My Hero stage where they have just like these really, really annoying fan bases. I also came out with 3 more Jujutsu Kaisen videos talking about different characters' perspective of like the fan base, you know, like Sukuna's fan base and Gojo's fan base. I even did one for Itadori because to me, Itadori fans are the least problematic. You know what I'm saying? It's their show, but they don't necessarily act like it. The reason why I said I don't necessarily have a problem with the ending, but it's kind of going on kind of long. It seems like everybody's jumping in this fight right now. We have Sukuna versus literally everybody. We got Sukuna versus New Time, Domain Expansion people, and versus Maki, Itadori, Miguel, Kusakabe, and pretty much anybody who wants to come and join in the fight. Now, this is one thing I will say. I do kind of agree with how they done this because a lot of different anime, and I'm gonna compare it a lot in this video, but a lot of different anime, they choose to have like their final strongest fighters to do the final battle. You know what I'm saying? Like in Black Clover, there was Asta and Yuno versus pretty much everybody. Naruto, you had Naruto Sasuke versus Kagura. It seems like in this, we don't really know who can really take him down, so we just everybody just kind of do their part to try to weaken him or make him slower or burn out his cursed energy or verse technique. Basically, we just have to make him weak. We have to weaken him enough until he can get dealt the final blow. Itadori is putting in insane work right now. He's doing the same thing he did against Mahito. He's just basically burning them out, man. He's giving them like body shots like crazy. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. And I don't think it's necessarily falling off. I use falling off as a way to kind of be like, okay, it's running a little long. I honestly kind of to the point where like Sukuna keeps powering up. He keeps getting stronger. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with like if that's it for Gojo. Honestly, me personally, I think he's still gonna have a part to play. Whether he be alive or not, I think he's still gonna have a part to play. What's going on with Kenjaku? You know, I'm kind of ready to see what's going on besides this fight. If they do take down Sukuna, which is an interesting fact, but Sukuna's inside of a different body, so it's like, of course, it's just a lot of weird factors. They've trying to write this out of a hole. I feel like because just Itadori just isn't as strong as I think he would be. I don't think it's falling off. I think the series is still red hot. I think the series is insane right now, for sure. I just think that if you look at the hindsight, if you look at the whole picture, like if you step back and look at the whole picture, yeah, man, we can get done with this Sukuna fight. I want to see the master plan. I want to see what was going to be like the ultimate goal. Obviously, we've seen what their plan is, but I think there's just going to be more. Really ready for the anime to return because I would love to see what they do with this arc. Like I would absolutely love to see what they do because it'll be in the same one. The Culling Games is such a really, it's basically like a big tournament arc between everybody else. So it's like everybody gets to show their abilities. You get the fan favorite characters that you haven't seen in a long time, like i.e. Yuta, pull up and just be an absolute beast. With that being said, guys, let me know down in the comments below. Are you feeling the manga right now? I mean, I know it's going insane, and I think new chapters just leaked. I'm pretty sure everybody who doesn't even read Jujutsu Kaisen knows what's going on. Because the leaks are everywhere. Every time I go on social media, there's leaks everywhere about what's about to happen. People explaining the scenes and what's about to happen. So I'll always see what's the current events in the manga, even if I'm not all the way caught up. Curious to see how they turn this into a interesting victory for Itadori. You know it's got to happen. Will we lose any more people? Will any more people die? Honestly, Megumi, whatever his name is, how you ever say his name? You can go, you can die. I'm gonna be honest, you can die. He just felt like, you know, I didn't like his character throughout the whole show. I ain't got no real hate towards him. I just feel like, to me, he reminds me of Gray from Fairy Tail. And I mean, I like Gray. I think Gray is a more important role. I just feel like Megumi's there just to be depressed. I don't know. He's making me mad right now. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next video.
やれやれだぜ。